Oops, sorry. I started staring at the stop talking button. I don't know, because you know when you click on here. All right, so hey, I'm here again. I'm gonna be doing this video, and I have one before that I'm gonna put. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna do the next one. And you already know how I am with the whole wearing the same shirt. I like to just pump up these videos because I'm not the world's most, like, like this one YouTuber that I watch called, Pop by Cherry. She's pretty good, I believe, when it comes to like being entertaining and stuff like that. Um, I'm kind of sporadic when it comes to this too. Whenever it comes to posting, I just post when I believe it's meant to be. So I like to just get them all out of the way, get my thoughts together and stuff like that. I believe. Forgive me if I said the name wrong too, please. I do not mean to be judgmental. And another thing is, like, I may not agree with everybody's views too. I just want to put that out there. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form I agree with everybody's views in any way, shape, or form. And I have to stick to my own beliefs at the end of the day because it's my beliefs, and I do believe in my heart. I know it's true. So, there may be things with every single YouTuber that I don't agree with here and there, but at the end of the day, that still gives me no place to have hatred as a Christian woman. Zero, zero place to have hatred. Because I am not perfect, and I have no hell and I have no heaven to put anybody, including myself, in. So maybe I'll have a YouTuber here that I watch who may not even be a Christian. But at the end of the day, yes, you witness the gospel. Now, don't get to that denying stuff. Don't get to that, hiding when you hanging out with somebody else. No, none of that. But I'm saying that gives me no place to hate. So don't deny. You still witness, you still warn, and you still tell the gospel of Jesus Christ, I believe. Definitely. But that is not giving me a place to hate, to have judgment, this, that, and the other, because you're not perfect. And like I just said already, you have no hell or heaven to put anybody else in, including yourself. So be careful. Remember that. Let me get you another scripture, here real quick. Bible scripture. I believe the one I'm trying to think of is how God has no respecter of respecter of persons. Here we go. So I just want to list this one out here too. This scripture too. I've been really feeling this. Okay. Romans chapter 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of person with God. One more time. Romans chapter 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of person with God. So don't be judging people, because I am no better than my brother, I'm no better than my father, I'm no better than my mother, I'm no better than my dad. I'm no better than my cousins, I'm no better than somebody I used to talk to, I'm no better than my best friend, I'm no better than anybody. Remember that. Romans chapter 2, verse, I still got them here. Romans chapter 2, verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with God. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started. Okay, everybody can tell if you can tell, which, some people actually can't. Some people claim that I'm this, that, and the other, but I'm African American. I am African American, and yes, okay, one of my unpopular opinions, I think it's just about time I finally come out with this. I'm 3/4 African American and 1/4 Mexican American. I'm sorry, but I'm black. I'm sorry, I'm black. I'm black. And I know that's one of those things, but I think there should be a place, where we can disagree on certain things. And, still we gonna, not act like we better than anybody else. I'm sorry, but I'm black. Do I know any struggles do I know the struggle of being a dark-skinned woman? No. Do I believe dark-skinned women go through less? Obviously, no. Do I believe that dark-skinned women probably go through, and can basically, kind of just about close to guarantee it, but do I believe that dark-skinned women go through more struggles than any other skin tone of women? I do believe that. I'm sorry. In fact, I do. Yes, but I do believe light-skinned women do go through some struggles, and brown-skinned women go through some struggles. And I think our particular struggle, which I believe I'm brown-skinned. When I was younger, I guess when I was a little girl, I was lighter than this, but I don't believe I'm light-skinned. I believe I'm brown skinned. But I can understand if I'm hanging out with, for example, I used to be friends with this girl. I'm not gonna really say her name because at the end of the day, I'm not friends with somebody with her anymore. But I have another friend too. That she's dark skinned too. Um, Me compared to her, I guess I can see her calling me light skinned, but I don't see myself as light skinned because in her comparison, there's such a difference between the two of us. But if you see me next to somebody who is a lot brighter skinned, excuse me if that's offensive too, please forgive me. I do not mean an offense. They're not gonna see me that way, and of course, more than likely, not guaranteeing. Excuse me, a matter of fact, take off that course. Some white people do not see me as bright, light skin, and other races too. But okay, so now we're in the direction of race. Let's go ahead and talk about this video. Okay. Did that little whip hoping that I'll still have kid-like content, so if one day YouTube wants to take away all adult YouTubers, I did some kiddie things. A whip. How do kids do it? Whip. Sorry. You'll see in my last video when I'm talking about the whole entire rant on YouTube and how YouTube just in general wants to take away, how I believe they want to take away adult YouTubers and they want to have kids, basically simply because kids make money. There you go. For anybody else who's going to be like, oh, I don't want to watch that 30-minute video. That's basically what I'm talking about in that video. Okay, so back to this one. This one, I can almost promise, I don't swear by it because I'm a Christian. I don't like to swear, I believe. But I do, but I'm not perfect, too. I just want to warn you that one, too, because, some people think swear like the swear words, and I'm not going to lie. I've said some words like that, and I shouldn't be because, I'm supposed to not. For my beliefs. But let's get back on topic. In this video, 7 minutes and seconds later, you will, which I'll put in the title too, so you know, and you're not just assuming, of course. As a black woman, let's get back to this. As a black woman, I got a note board with notes on it. I'm not going to say it on here because there's information for the other video I'm going to do. Hopefully without some of these distractions from me. We're going to talk about the types of people, of course, that tend to be kind of dangerous for the black woman. Kind of dangerous when it comes to, like, these people, of course, not automatically putting them here, but these people who act these ways are quite, dangerous to the black woman. It's like we get belittled by these types of people for reasons. Now, I did count down from 5 to 1 because I feel like this is kind of like, in a way, not guaranteed, but I feel like this is kind of like, in a way, basically, this is basically in a way from the people who are the least of it, I guess you would say. I don't really like to say lesser of evils. That's one thing I've learned. I do not like to say that because if it's evil, it's evil. But, these are the less threatening where you can ignore it and literally just walk away to somebody where it truly can hurt our heart as a black woman to be against us. Or to, be against us or to act this way that is toxic. Okay, so the type 5. Number 5. This is the not me. Okay, y'all, the not me's. Let me repeat that. Okay? Y'all got the not me's. The not me's to me are the types of people who like to always, when a black woman says, we're going through these problems as a race. We are getting looked this way. We're being called this way. We're still being called all these ugly things. We're losing these opportunities. And a light-skinned person, for example, brown-skinned person even. I'm brown-skinned. I'll use myself as an example so I don't sound like I'm trying to be too, oh, not me. I'm trying, like I'm better than you any sort of way. For example, me being brown skin. If I have for example, my old dark skinned friend, not like that. She was only like a little bit more than a month older than me. But let's say my dark skinned friend, we're gonna call her Rocky. Okay, Rocky. If Rocky decides to tell me and maybe another brown skinned black girl these things like, oh, I'm losing these job opportunities because they look at me a certain way and they believe in these stereotypes of me. And she's telling me all these things. She's telling me men don't like me in this way. She's telling me I'm always the last choice to anybody because of my skin. They don't like my skin. Well, if I come through marching in there like, hey, let me tell you this. I'm the exception. I'm brown skinned and I don't do that. And it's so malicious and it's such hate. And it wasn't even needed to be. It didn't even need to be said. That's the not me's. The not me's are the people who put in their example and they're like, basically, I'm not this way. I'm different. That's just, I'm not this way. I grew up with a dark skinned parent. I'm not this way. I act this way. I'm not this way. That, no, 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 no. That not means that is toxic. But I do say it's not as high on the list because technically at the end of the day, you can ignore them. You could just roll your eyes and girl, you could be like, "Ooh, you cancel." Roll your eyes. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. That's why I say it's number 5. It's still wrong. Evil's evil, but you can technically just go, not like that, but you can technically just keep on going about your day. You know what I mean? You can technically know that it's coming more of, I believe it's coming from ignorance than it's coming from, some people will say it's coming from ignorance than blatant hatred. And sometimes it is. You know what I mean? For example, some Caucasian people, older people who are perfectly nice, they'll say something that's quite ignorant to the point that it's almost comical. Like, that you think that way. Which really to some people it's definitely not comical, but it's so ignorant. You ever heard of something that's just so ignorant that it's literally like, girl, what? That's how I feel. Sometimes you may be coming out of the spy of ignorance. So let's keep going. Number four. This is coming from, let me just say, white men who try to act too black and who try to act this stereotype. This is one of those ones. I say that because what do you define as black? What do you believe is black? You know what I mean? What is our culture? Do you really know our culture? Are you only going to use it sometimes for the bettering of you? Do you really just take off this mask? Do you really care about our legit issues? No, that's what I mean. And I use white men in particular because I guess I'm a black woman and being, who only likes men, I would say that because, that's who I am. I only like men with, all this going on in my life and my beliefs. I only like men. So, let's say a man is Caucasian and he thinks in his mind, oh, the only way I'm going to get to you being an African American woman is I got to embody all these stereotypes. I got to embody this attitude. I got to do this, that, and the other. Do you even know what you're doing? We are not ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, as a whole. Yes, there may be some women who do like this and they like that, let's say, swag, for example. But at the end of the day, assuming that you acting what some people would say silly or even other words is going to just attract all of us, or that's such a broad, it's ignorant too. That's number 4. I use white men as an example because I feel like that's more relatable when it comes to me being a straight black woman, being, I guess, heterosexual black woman. So, seeing a man. You could use white women too, or even other women, or anybody who likes black people who feel like that they need to act a certain way. But that kind of goes into number 3. Okay, non-black women. For example, if you have a non-black coworker, friend, acquaintance, friend, best friend, this, that, and the other, that, is just ignorant. But there's, close to you, or there's somebody you have to just constantly see. And they swear by just because they're another woman and they're gonna go through all these, automatic, maybe like maybe some biological, some behavioral like struggles, some similar to you. That's the reason why I say, these behaviors aren't gonna be just black. You know what I mean? Because black people are so diverse. Which we should be. We should all be diverse, really, I believe. But just because you're another woman, you think that all of our problems are going to be all clumped and clayed together. And it's like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Oh, I'm just your friend, and you're just my friend. We don't need to talk about race. Don't pull out the race card, girl. Like, no, that's a problem. And I do count this as my problem number 3. Now, let's head on to problem number 2. I put on 4 fingers. I said L. 2. Okay, lose for L. The colorist mixed race people. Okay, so we're obviously going to get past 20 minutes. Just telling you that right now, but not too far past because we're already at 2. Okay, colorist mixed race people. This is another problem that's toxic to the black woman. Y'all, I can see why black women do say mixed people need to be their own race. If you're going to come through and say, I'm prettier than you because I'm light skinned, I'm going to get more men than you because I'm light skinned, I'm bad and light skinned, I'm this, that, and the other, I'm racially ambiguous, my mama mixed, so I'm mixed, I'm a half-breed even though my mama's a quarter or something, your dad's black, because can black be? Race, at least for all he knows. Oh, I'm mixed. I got the good hair. Oh, yes, I'm looking good. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna get them all. My mama white. Y'all. That colorist thinking that you are better than somebody else because of your race. Let me tell you something. You did not pick your race on your birth. You don't even remember. Okay, that's, I don't know. Here. No, you don't even remember memories before a certain amount of years. Race was probably not even a problem, more than likely not a problem to somebody when a problem to me is like a bad thing. So if you go through all these good things in your life and you're getting all these compliments, whether they're backhanded compliments or whatever, you're not really going through problems. So race wasn't even a thing to you, really, more than likely than it was to a dark-skinned black girl, teenage woman, black woman, I believe. Girl, woman. Technically, there's no such thing with my beliefs. Somebody said whenever I was at church camp, no such thing as teenagers. I have to look into that, though. I really have to look into that. So don't swear, but especially never swear by it. But don't quote me on that one, okay? I'm just going off what I believe. Okay, so yeah, so that view of all these comments and all these thoughts in your head that you're better than a dark-skinned black woman because you're mixed, that needs to go away completely. The fact that you, as somebody else who was mixed within, you are in the community. I say mixed, I mean mixed with black. I don't really know other people's struggles, so I can't speak it, but mixed with black. The fact that you are actually a part of our community. See, that's why I'm kind of on the both. See, when they say mixed people should be their own race, I can understand why not, because they are technically part of our community if they have black, or our black community, African American community in particular. They're technically part of our community because they have part of us, but they are technically part of somebody else's community. So, you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, the fact that you think that you're better than me and you're part of me, that makes no sense. Is it because of your other part? And that's the point. You didn't pick either parts. Same way I didn't pick either parts. So just have love. There's no reason for this hatred because you didn't even have a choice. How can you have such pride in something and you didn't even have a choice of it? I don't get that one, child. Okay, next one. You get the point. That's self-hating. I don't get that, I believe. This is the one. Okay, let's get to part 1. My voice is already cracking. I'm hope this McDonald's drink really still has some more water in it. We're gonna take the rest of that minute. A couple seconds after. Okay. Number one, for the absolute most toxic thing to the black woman, a type of group of person who is the absolute most toxic to the black woman is a self-hating black man. At the end of the day, a black woman and a black man of all people should be able to have some sort of relation. It makes no sense. Whether you marry a black man, your brother. Like, I'm a black woman, and my brother, even if he's my half brother, and like black or whatever, you're black. A self-hating black man is ignorant. You don't hear about other cultures like that. Yes, there's exceptions. Remember the not me thing. So yeah. Number 5. Yes, there's exceptions, but you don't hear other cultures. You don't hear the Asian community talking about an Asian man like, oh, I don't like Asian girls, this, that, and the other. You don't hear a white man say, oh, I date everybody with white girls. Why is that accepted to the black man? Not to the black man. Let me fix that. To some black men. That's ignorant. That's completely ignorant. That self-hating black man, that is so unbelievably toxic. It's not even funny. If you don't even like your own self, you're the other half of the black community. You're the other part of the black community. You're the black man. Why do you not like the black woman? That makes no sense. That makes literally no sense. You know how silly? Let's say we're normal. We don't say stuff like that. We hear an Asian person say that. Oh, I don't like Asian groups. Too many people start to say it. It gets known Asian men don't like Asian women. You know how silly, you know how we be thinking of it? Like, we heard them say that. Somebody else's shoes. You know how silly that would sound? How inappropriate. Just how wrong that would sound. Y'all, that's wrong. And you know better, black men. You truly, truly, truly know better. You come from a black woman. Would you say this in front of your mama and your grandmother that you play ball for, that you rap, that you sing probably in your rap songs, that your mama that you have tattooed on your body? Would you disrespect her? And she's a black woman, black man. We're talking about black men. I'm not talking about the biracials right now. I'm not talking about the mixed people. Yes, they are a part of the community. Let me get specific to the black man. Would you say that around your black mother, your grandma, your sister? Would you let some man say that to your sister or girlfriend? No, you would have a fit. You run amok, fella. So don't be talking all that. Okay? That's inappropriate. That is so toxic. I can ignore the not me sounds somewhat, it's just maybe somebody being ignorant. The white man, that can almost, somebody that fetishizing, some people can take that as a compliment. That can still be ignored. The non-black woman, she is not a part of our community. So I don't expect somebody that's not like me to have everything like me, because you're not me. The colorist mixed people, they're technically not completely our community. But the black man is our community, black. Remember that, black woman. The black man and the black woman are together. That is inappropriate for a black man to diss our own women. Diss the women. Just because of what? Because you want better? What's better than your own? When it comes to a woman, what's better than anyone else? Y'all, there is no better of a person. But what is better? Why do you okay, see, when I say that, what's better? Let's say this. Black man, you don't like a black woman. Let's pick some random guy. What's better? Because you say you don't like a black woman, okay? You have to dislike somebody in order to find your own true person that you love. That makes no sense. None. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like, oh, nobody date this, that, and the other if you mixed person, because obviously if I'm saying mixed people are a part of our community, a part of it, but not fully of our community, obviously you know I'm not hating. Heck, how I would be hating myself. I would be hating a quarter of me if I said I hate when it comes to people dating outside of this. I'd be hating myself, literally. So you know, even though I consider myself black because three of my grandparents are black and I all my papers say I'm African American and I just know by what I grew up, I do know that I did not go through as many things, in particular when it comes to my image as the dark skinned black woman. Will admit that one, cheat. But excuse me, I'm sorry, forgive me of that. Um, that's so ignorant, black men. Of all things, y'all, of all things, the black of it, you don't hear nobody else saying that silly stuff. Oh, I don't like black girls. I don't want a dark this, that, and the other. I only see them as my sister. You know how disgusting and wrong that is? How literally how wrong it is to diss your own race. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Other races will look at you like, why would I even talk to somebody who doesn't even have respect for their own self? Can't they see that they black? You can't explain to me that one, Chief. It's one, if you're a black man and you like a white girl, you end up falling in love with a white woman, and you end up marrying a white woman and having biracial kids, that's whatever. Because you fell in love with her. But there's no reason in that midst of you falling in love with that white woman and having her kids, there's no excuse to have I hate black women in that midst. Never has, and there never will be an excuse for that. That's wrong. So that's basically the end. That's the last one. Our own men can't be hating us. And yes, black women, nobody's perfect. A black woman did not claim she was perfect, though. That's the thing. In general, by what I'm going from, no black woman's just like, oh, I'm perfect. Because we all know we're not perfect. But to claim that you are better than somebody else is claiming that you are in a higher spot and that you are in a higher position. And that's simply not true. You're acting like you better than me. So no, stop it, period. And honestly, that's it for my top 5 people that are toxic to the black woman. Now, of course, exceptions. But if you try to flaunt these exceptions so much, you're gonna go back to the not me category. Know when it's appropriate to say things. And yes, we make mistakes, and be sincere and sincerely apologize. I love you all, and God bless you all in Jesus Christ's name. But this is another one of those I gotta get serious with you, YouTube. Take care.